Hey guys, welcome to this week's lesson segment on Weekly Outdoor Plus. Jase Hintz here with you again, and this week we're going to go over the different style of scopes and sights or pins and dots basically, and what'll make you shoot better in certain situations or what people prefer, and like what you need to look at while you're aiming with different types of pins and dots in the whole 9 yards. So now that it's becoming indoor season, we got spots and we have 3D starting up, and the spots I see more often is going to be something like this with a lens and an actual sticker on it basically, or a paint dot. That the reason that most people do that is some people actually center it in the circles when they're shooting at spots, where if you're shooting these at 3D, it's a lot harder to see them on the targets and things like that. So I recommend shooting a pin when you're shooting 3D. That's what most of us guys shoot. But I actually have 2 of them, so I shoot this when I shoot spots. The next thing you need to make your next option basically is what size scope you're going to have, where this one is a little smaller because I'll use a smaller peep sight, try to be more consistent and looking in the exact same spot on the peep sight. And the reason it's orange around the outside is because you want to line up your peep housing with the outside of this, or have it so there's, you know, the same even gap all the way around, or you want to make sure that it's a brighter color because it's going to catch your eye better and it's going to help you naturally center it in your peep sight, which is another good thing. That'll be kind of just like a little cheat sheet that'll help you look into the same exact spot every time, have the exact same anchor point, the exact same vision basically out of it. Another thing that you're going to have to look into then, if you have a bigger one, you're going to need a bigger peep, and if you have a lens in there, it's not going to clear it up very much. You're going to have to look at getting clarifiers or verifiers to see clearly at what you're shooting. I recommend going into a pro shop, like kind of like Bucks and Bulls, where they have different options and you can try them all out and see what works better for your setup, or you can see what'll clear up your sight even if you have blurry eyes. If you need glasses and you don't want to shoot with glasses, you can get a verifier or a clarifier that'll actually make it clearer for you. So now that it's that time of year, check your sight, see what you have. And then the other thing is, no matter what you're shooting, I recommend don't looking at the actual sticker on it or looking at your pin. You want to look at what you're aiming at. We went over that before. Just make sure you're shooting at an X-ring. Don't look at your pin and try to fight it back and forth around that X-ring. Just look at the X-ring and let it naturally float. You'll hit the middle 90% of the time, and you'll get more consistent. If it's covering up the X-ring, that's perfect. That's where you teach yourself to just relax and let it sit there, all right? Don't try to keep peeking and everything. That's where, if you're shooting a pin and it's blocked by the post, if the post is too big, that's another issue you could have. Also, when you're deciding between your dots and your pins, make sure you get the proper size. When you get the sticker set, basically, that you can put on all these lenses, you can get every single size with that sticker set. So play with it. See, you know, do you want it the size of the X-ring? Do you want the size of the white? Do you want it inside of the X-ring? It's all different personal preferences. Try them out, see which one shoots better. Same with your pin. They come in 10 thousandths, 19 thousandths, and I mean, I recommend getting the smallest one you can, but again, if you're going to be shooting at extremely close distances, it doesn't matter if it's that small, but if the farther you get, the smaller your pin, the finer you can aim, and the more accurate you'll be in the long run. So look at your setup, see what you have, try other people's, see what the different ideas are, and see what works for you. Find the best clear sight picture you can find, and hopefully you'll have a good season out there on the range.